Tom and Margaret when I came to the board. I had met them before, but since I've come to the board in Misty's position, I've really got to know them. And so I have witnessed their ongoing efforts to help families and caregivers of persons with severe and persistent mental illness. And this is just to list a few, and this is by no means all of them. They serve as president and vice president since its inception in 2001. They not only host, but they facilitate in their home a 12-week family-to-family education series. They troubleshoot problems that clients and family members may experience in receiving services. Tom and Margaret are widely known as the go-to resource for family members facing problems with loved ones for care and treatment. And I know I will get a call from Margaret and she'll say, I got a call from so-and-so, and she might have been on the phone with them for an hour or an hour and a half. Can you help me? I got to call them back. It's amazing that they have this resource. They present the annual Quinn Family Bash for clients and families, and if you have not been there, you need to take the time out of your busy schedule and hit a Quinn Bash, because the first one that I went to, I was just in awe at the consumers laughing and dancing and just having such a wonderful time. It just like melts your heart. So
and Troy promised to dance at the next bash.
It's amazing. So they facilitate monthly an education support group for family members at a local church. They have established themselves as the contact for local news media in issues related to mental illness. They serve as members of the board's Quality Improvement and Recovery Advisory Council, as well as the Muskingum County Criminal Justice Collaborative. They provide leadership annually, offering a week-long crisis intervention team training academy for local law enforcement. And we do that every year. They're there all day, every day, as well as Pat. We're there all week doing whatever we can to assist the trainers in law enforcement. And not only that, but they cook the dinner for one of the days, and serve the officers. And then they regularly make the speaking circuit for local clubs and organizations, providing a down-to-earth explanation of mental illness and how it affects the consumer and the family. And that's important. That's the message that we need to give folks. So Tom and Margaret, as you are slowing down your NAMI involvement, we want to recognize you for the many ways you have helped countless mental health clients and their family members. I believe you are truly viewed by many as Mr. and Mrs. Mental Health.
Well, thank you.
Nice.
Since our theme tonight is transition, and if you haven't seen, you've gotten some butterflies, we have a gift for them.
Wow.
Get it all taken.
That'll be good on the front porch.
It has a wonderful chime, and as you rest and relax, you can think of all of us and think about the change and that you're handing over to these guys. We thought about a butterfly bush, but we didn't know who might plant it for you, so.
Thank you.
Here you go.
Wonderful. Thank you. Will that keep me awake at night?
Impossible.
Lullaby.
Well, keep Hawks awake at night. Thank you very much. Thank you.
I know Paul wants to say a few words, but before, I know Troy's on a tight schedule. So, Troy, do you
I'll go next.
You go ahead, and Chris can follow, and then Paul. Does that work?
Brad?
It's all you.
Tall man. You're videoing?
Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah, that's the first thing they teach us when we get into politics. Is that thing's on you 24/7. So be careful.
This is for E Network.
This one's an easy one. And first of all, thank you for all of you for what you do. You got a hard job, and sometimes the legislature in the state of Ohio makes it a little bit more difficult, but you always get through it, and we always do, and there's a lot of us there that are advocates for you and that appreciate what you do here. Now that brings me to two very special people here, which you're also aware of. Now look, I don't know the Quinns from the legislature. I have a history with the Quinns going back to my family. My parents know the Quinns. I've known the Quinns from my teen years. The Mattingly family, which I was connected to, were dear friends. We had many good times at 741 Fairmont Avenue. Patrick and Paul did too.
Right.
And that's why I wanted to be here. And it's a special moment for me to give this honor. And some of you heard my spiel. But when we do the budget at the State House, and back in 2010, I was fortunate enough that I was placed on the Finance Committee. And to see that happen and to go through that process is a great honor. But the biggest honor was as I walked up the steps to go to the House chamber my very first time, the first two people that I saw were those two people right there. And I thought, holy cow, two people from Muskingum County, not only just two people, but two people that I know, and I know why they're here. And in 2008 was a big hit. That was the biggest hit before. Well, some of you were here serving at that time when that happened. So I don't know everybody here, but they greeted everybody. And I was proud to say, they're my friends, they're my dear friends, they're from my district, and they're advocates, they're workers. You better be ready. When the Quinns get a hold of you, you'll know who was there. Every budget that I have been a part of, Tom and Max Quinns have been standing at that entrance of that chamber waiting for those members to come through and acknowledging who they were and why they were there. Now, I don't think they really need to introduce themselves to all of them. Most of the people, legislators, male or female, knew who they were or knew that they had seen them before. And you're going to be missed. I mean, you are, boys, I'm with you, and God bless you for trying to do what you have to do. It's some big shoes to fill. And Vicki, you've done a good job. You had big shoes to fill too, and you still have shoes to fill. You're just starting to get there. Work with her, be with her, pray for her. Chris did come up. It's hard. It's not what Fox and CNN say it is. It's hard work, and it's rewarding work. Okay, so you all are rewarded for what you're doing. It may not seem that way sometimes, but you really are. So I said, you know what, President Faber, I called him last week, and I was trying to make arrangements to have this all happen. And we mail president's letters to constituents. I don't want to take anything away from that. They're nice. We send other formal letters. But I told President Faber my story, my history with the Quinns history and their involvement in the NAMI organization. And I said, I want a resolution. I know this is very hard. This comes with, please forgive me, Max and Tom, but with a state legislator that has passed away, or a state champion in an event for any of the national awards that someone gives. I want you to know the importance that you are, and you deserve this. And it is recorded in today's journal of the Senate session that you all are receiving this resolution. So your grandkids, your great-grandkids can look back and your name will be printed. That we, the members of the Senate of the 100th General Assembly, is adopting this resolution to pay tribute to Tom and Margaret Quinn on their outstanding service and extend best wishes for the future. To it be further resolved that the clerk of the Senate transmit a duly authentic copy of this resolution to Tom and Margaret Quinn. I, Vincent Keenan, who is the clerk of the Senate, hereby certify that the above is a true and correct copy of Senate Resolution number 355, adopted by the Ohio Senate June 12, 2014, is when that was recorded into the journal today. So don't thank me, thank you. Well deserved. I want to thank all of you, but you're dear people, and I can't thank you enough for, you've been there for me on personal issues also, so thank you for that. And, I'll tell you,
Thank you.
so don't get up. I just want to put this over here. Don't clap. Thank you. I don't want anybody to clap.
Thanks, Troy.
You guys can clap for him. I don't.